This is your mind.
We're on Cadillac Mountain in Arcadia National Park. I guess this is the highest point on the Atlantic coast in the United States. It's kind of cold and windy.
What I said 15 minutes ago about the position.
We're not sure, but we think that's Bar Harbor. One of those towns. This is looking over the other side of Cadillac Mountain. You're making noise.
I wish we could zoom more.
Can with this.
Really pretty red and green, mossy stuff. But I wanted to get a picture, but the sun is. We're at Swan Island, Maine. Well, you can observe the sheep scratching their butt on the table. Our fire. Some sound view.
This is our campsite.
Our last night.
Last night here.
There's our bikes we haven't taken out yet.
There's our tent. Yay. We're gonna have hot dogs tonight. We can see off in the distance some part of the harbor or something, I guess.
This is Some Sound View Harbor.
The fire. It's not very warm out, so we needed it. What is it? Probably 50 degrees.
50. We're the only ones here.
Yeah,
At the
the whole
campsite.
campground.
Everybody left. Just us and the squirrels.
They didn't like us. Got some waves for a change. It's a duck.
I can't see you in the sun. So what do you think of the ocean?
It's pretty good. This is the waviest place, though.
This is our Thunder Hole.
Yeah.
It's right there. There's Thunder Hole.
The real one's not very good.
Yeah, so we renamed this one. We don't know if this one has a name, but it does now.
I got wet.
Yeah, you did.
One wave went up too high. I have messy hair. Are you recording this?
Yes.
No.
I wanted to get your thoughts.
Oh.
I wanted to watch you be in awe of the ocean. Gracie Point Lighthouse. Jeff is a
Got the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge. This is Brooklyn.
That's the ocean.
That's the ocean. And Queens is over there. There's a tunnel under there somewhere.
Man, you're so screwed.
我住那个哪里？
You know,
Huh?
did this yesterday too. I went to the Grand Central Station, that one thing, then I wouldn't go. And I was doing it again.
Turn the flash off.
I did. I had the flash on over there though. I wonder if they'll turn on. You said it wouldn't matter.
不过不是很大，我也是不小，别说了吧。
It's so weird.
You hit record. Yeah. A little too much zoom on that. We're staying right under the bridge there. Right down under there. That was New Jersey.
Gnocchi. You got it. Gnocchi. Hold on. There you go.
Let's see, we've got the Empire State Building, and that's the Chrysler Building. I don't know any other ones. Oh, one more thing, there's the Bronx. There. See if we can find them here. Way out there. It's a huge apartment building.
Осе, осо, чи осо, бачиш? Чи осе.
Hi.
And again, this is Brooklyn and Queens. Way out there, it's the Bronx, and this is Manhattan here. Got the window washer guy over there moving around on his thing. I forgot to say where we are.
We're in New York.
Wow.
Manhattan.
We
We're
know
in
that.
the Twin Towers, on the roof of the Twin Towers, which is the World Trade Center below us.
Yeah.
This is the landmark of the World Trade Center.
Yeah, we think.
Towers
yeah.
above, 107 floors.
Yeah,
And we're on the
107
roof.
floors. We're on the roof.
Came all this way.
And amid the city, there's Central Park. We're in some lookout tower that was made, I don't know when.
Times Square. I bet you that's the hotel right there.
Expreso de abajo.
And for your sister.
Start it like before we go in.
Started going.
Now, color sunset. This is a story.
We've been back for a while now. I see the date there.
This is the story about our second
There's the
anniversary
date right here. Oh, it's got it.
and our trip to Maine, Boston, and New York City.
And
Back.
we saw Niagara.
And we saw Niagara on the way.
You'd like telling a story like.
Well, let's just start over.
No, let's keep going.
Well, it was a beautiful day. The day we left. We left at 6 o'clock at night, and we didn't quite make it to Maine straight through like we like. So,
Well, we had planned to go to stop at Niagara for a while.
oh yes, we did lay
Anyway.
over there.
So we stopped there for a while. We didn't. We should have took out the camera and shown you that, but we didn't.
But it was really cool, and you would have liked to see it. But you'll have to go there yourself.
Yeah.
So a little motivation.
We got there by probably 10. No. Yeah, 10 in the morning or so.
Got there about 10.
We had
It's
lunch
been a
when we
couple
left.
hours.
We had lunch when we left.
Here, would you like to see a picture? Pause it.
Just a second. I don't know if it's paused or not.
Okay, well I'm back. On the way, we went to Canada to see Niagara. We drove through Canada.
Wait,
Oh,
just a
oh, it's
sec.
done?
I don't know. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. It's on.
Well, before we got to Niagara, we did drive through Canada and bought some cool Canadian stickers. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if we bought them there, but we have some. We have one on the car. And I'll show you a quick picture of Niagara Falls since you weren't there. There it is.
Here, move it this way.
Isn't it beautiful? Sound effects.
Niagara Falls. We saw all those people too.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a lot of people that day. See, we're on the Canadian side.
Yeah, that's where we came through. It was better on that side.
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York's on the other side. It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Well, look at that remote. I'm shooting
Right.
it.
Well,
Okay.
then we continued our drive
Yeah,
and got tired.
we had to go through the tollway.
The tollway.
The tollway in New York, it cost like $12.
Oh yeah, that wasn't
Long
good.
road. And then it was getting late. She was asleep. Then we
You were kind of sick.
was I sick?
You had a cold. Remember you
Oh
were
yeah, that's right. And you wanted to stop and see where we were, so we found a bed and breakfast in Vermont, and
It was
we
really,
we were
really nice.
pretty lucky that we got it too, because that's where everybody was going, and we didn't even think there was anything in Vermont.
That's when we discovered we were in New England,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We met
We'll
some-
leave that as a you try to figure out where New England is.
we did meet a couple that was really nice, and they're from Switzerland. So that was a cool adventure.
And we got a card from them yesterday.
We got a card for them yesterday. I just said that. What was I gonna say about that though? I was gonna say.
The bed and breakfast,
Yeah.
Vermont.
Oh, the quick little story about that is that we went there and somebody had a reservation and they were upstairs in the room and they were trying to get out of the reservation and we showed up and they could leave. I know, so we were blessed.
They would have to pay
Yep. So
even
we,
if they left. So we got there, and it was
Got
good
their
news for
room.
both.
so moving on. We left in the morning. Got to see the beautiful colors of Vermont.
Of which you only saw a little bit of, and this camera didn't seem to pick them up very well.
And we moved on to Maine.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's Connecticut in there too. I think.
Oh yeah, we did go through. No, Vermont, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Oh yeah, that's right.
So
All those funny states.
New Hampshire, and we took a really long drive up Highway 1,
Yeah,
which took all day long to get to
Yeah.
Acadia.
it was kind of neat, but probably not worth the amount of time it took us.
Cool houses though, really
Yeah.
cool. Lots
So-
of lobster pounds.
Yeah.
A lobster pound is when
You like pick out your lobster from like
alive.
it's sitting there in some tub or something, and you pick it out and they cook it for you and you eat it.
Boil it and they give it to you to eat. And
We
don't
went
do
into
that.
one and saw them floating in the little pond.
We felt sorry for them, so we couldn't eat them.
And the one had just one arm or one
Yeah,
snap or
it
something.
was too sad, so we didn't. But then we got to Acadia.
Arcadia. Well, I already seen this. Move it this way.
Acadia. Just to refresh your memory, this is Acadia. I don't think we took you to this place. So
Oh, and
this is a
we
place
didn't
we
see
didn't
that
go.
many waves either.
Yeah. This was a good day when they took this picture.
Yeah,
We spent
took me in shape today.
4 days in Maine.
The 4 days? I thought we
Sun-
camped 4 nights.
Oh wait, Sunday night. We got there Saturday night. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We left Thursday. So we spent 4 full days
Okay.
and 5 nights. But we stayed in a bed and breakfast the last day in Maine in Bar Harbor.
Yeah, Bar Harbor. What were their names? I can't remember. It was a fun place though.
They were really, really, really cool people. We took pictures. We'll show you.
Canterbury Inn in Bar Harbor. So if you go there, go there.
Canterbury Inn.
Yeah.
Very, very acceptable place to stay.
And good price too.
Good breakfast.
Yeah. Anyway though,
We left after the 4th.
we showed
day.
you a lot of the stuff in Maine. We went out to Swan Island and we got a show and tell for that too. Okay.
This is Swan Island.
Swan Island, it takes you probably about 10 minutes to get across. It's
On
not
a
very
ferry.
big. We took,
A
no,
car.
I mean just 10 minutes across the island.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But
We did take
it
our
took
car.
probably about 20 minutes to get across
Yeah.
on the ferry. We took the car out there. So we took the car off of
We
the
needed
continental United States
For the first time.
for the first time.
We needed a new adventure that day.
And we got to see a lighthouse that not many people get to see and went on some weird.
There was
Beach
one gift
stuff.
store, too.
Yeah, went into the gift store. That's where we bought this.
This was $1.
Yeah. I don't think we bought anything else there though. Everything
That
else
was
was
it.
pretty dumb. They had some
We
dumb
bought some
sweaters.
candy.
Oh yeah, for like 1 cent or something.
Yeah.
So that's
She made some
Swan
business that day.
Island.
That next day after we left, we drove to Boston, which we didn't get to show you.
Yeah, we didn't show you that, and I don't know why.
But we would have loved to show you. If you know us, we'll show you pictures.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. There's a good downtown. We saw Cheers, and we saw
Which is
Quincy Market.
Quincy Market.
What do you consider about Cheers?
Oh, Cheers is really called Bull,
Bull
and Finch Pub.
Pub, yeah.
So
And it doesn't look like the show.
it doesn't, just the outside. But you guys probably already knew that. I guess I'm just expecting a lot.
And we went on the subway
In Boston,
in Boston, and that worked out pretty good and pretty easy.
we got to see the only commissioned,
The oldest.
the oldest and only commissioned,
No,
the
that's
oldest
not the only.
commissioned. Okay, the oldest commissioned
The oldest commissioned
battleship
battleship.
from the Revolutionary War,
Yeah,
which was really cool. And that was in Boston.
yeah, we went on it.
And we walked the Freedom Trail, and we got to see where Paul Revere got captured. Just captured. And that was
we
in.
probably saw other places he was too, but they were making that.
Well, we did see
trail
his
and-
house, but it cost like $5 to see it, so we didn't go
Yeah,
in.
so that's dumb. We didn't want it.
We didn't go to anything that cost money.
It wasn't that big of a house.
Oh, and we also saw Plymouth Rock.
Oh yeah,
That's about all I have to say about that.
Yeah. It's a big rock with a number on it.
But
We saw
it.
we saw Little Italy. That was kind of neat. No, it wasn't.
Nope, we saw an Italian
It was-
section of Boston.
What do they call it? The
District. The north part of
North
Boston.
End or North Side or something.
North.
It was North something.
But it was the northern part of Boston.
We
the
bought
city.
some bread there. It was pretty
We
good.
bought some really good bread there. And we had spaghetti that night.
Yeah.
We had a restayed at the Air Force Base of Hanskin. We bought
For
their-
$25 a night.
They're really cheap.
Dang good deal.
So we made spaghettis and we bought some peppers and onions from the market that day. And it was really weird because the Italian people are really crabby.
I keep yawning.
But it was really, really fun. I like open air markets.
Yeah, did you say we went on the Freedom Trail?
We went on the Freedom Trail.
It's like this weird trail. It's bricks and it goes through the city and you can see historic stuff, and we used it to keep track of where we were. And we saw all kinds of old like graveyards and stuff.
Cool
Like
graveyards.
Samuel Adams' grave and
Mother Goose.
yeah, Mother Goose.
Mother Goose and
Some old people.
yeah.
And what else did we do in Boston?
We pretty much just walked around, which was really cool. I'm glad we did that.
And we saw Cape Cod.
And then we went to Cape Cod that next day.
That was kind of neat. Lots of lighthouses and the beach, and I went swimming, kind of. You went in and saw 'em.
He got wet up to here.
It was cold,
It was very cold.
but it was fun.
He had to sit for an hour and a half on the way home. It was cold.
My feet were. I wasn't cold on the way home, I don't think.
It's 'cause
Well,
we
yeah,
turned
it
the
was.
heat on.
Yeah, we had the
But
heat on.
you were wet.
Yeah, and you were warm.
He can't resist the temptation of the ocean. The
Well,
spell.
I could if it was colder.
Colder.
Yeah, I would not go in. We saw out on the very end of Cape Cod with lots of cool dunes, like big, huge dunes,
Beautiful dunes.
and like trees growing on them. And
We now
stuff.
know why they're fragile. And we want to protect them also. Protect those
Yeah.
fragile dunes. So
Um,
we were glad.
And then we saw Nantucket. Nantucket.
Nantucket.
Yeah.
That was the third day
Yeah. That
in
was pretty neat.
Massachusetts.
It was really, really windy, and we showed you the waves, and that was Nantucket by that lighthouse.
Gracie Point Lighthouse.
Yeah.
It took 2.5 hours by ferry to get there. It was
Costs like
20 miles, 30 miles.
yeah, it's 30 miles.
30 miles off the shore.
And for us and our bikes to get there and back was $64.
So we didn't take the car.
Yeah, the car would have been like $250.
The car had already left the continental United States. We thought that was enough.
Yeah.
So
But it was still pretty cool.
lots of really cool stores.
That was our second ferry.
They have a cool graveyard and a cool house that's like from the 17 something. So people have lived
They
there
have
for a
really
long
bumpy cobblestone roads.
time. Really bumpy, like not even cobblestone, like stones.
Like
Or maybe
just,
that is cobblestone.
I don't know. It was like just a whole bunch
It
of
wasn't
rocks
like
that are kind of
Bricks. These are rocks.
flat. It seems like we're talking to us watching TV. We're like explaining to us our vacation. Anyway, it was pretty cool. And it got kind of windy and stormy, and we were worried that if we would make it, or if the boat would leave.
'Cause it
And
was so windy.
yeah,
But
and
it
it was
did.
fun
it
on the
was
way home
fun.
because it was kind of bumpy boat.
But I felt kind of sick at the end. I think I get a little motion sickness sometimes. So, but I enjoyed it anyways. And then
Then we went to New York.
we left.
We drove down Highway 95. Most of the way it was 95.
Yep.
Went into New York. We paid some more tolls. There's, let's see, we don't have a map of New York. There's like 5 parts in New York. There's the Bronx and Queens and Brooklyn and Manhattan and Staten Island.
The boroughs.
Yeah. That's what they're called.
5 boroughs.
We drove into the Bronx, went through, well, kind of next to Queens, and
Through Brooklyn.
through Brooklyn.
And across the Veranzio Bridge, which was the most expensive toll bridge.
That was $7
New
to
York.
cross the bridge, and stayed on Staten Island. And we took the ferry in, the Staten Island ferry into Manhattan.
Which was free and ran 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Well, the car cost money,
The car cost $2.
but yeah, it was like $2. So
And our
big deal.
my father's godfather, Johnny Perota, was kind enough to come and pick us up that first night and show us the wonderful sights of New York.
Yeah, and we went to some Indian place, and we went to a good Italian bakery or
Good Italian pastry.
pastry.
And people were up all night.
Yeah.
It was about 11:30 and people were asking us to come and eat at their restaurant. That was in Little Italy.
Yeah, we
That's a
walked
section
through
of Manhattan. More on the south,
It's just north
Southeast
of
of
the financial place.
district.
Yeah.
Where the Twin Towers was, which we showed you earlier, where we were on top of the.
Focus on my foot. Yeah, he also took us to the Brazilian barbecue the next night.
Meat. That was for our
And
anniversary.
he was pretty funny. He says, "Do you like meats?" And that's where he took us.
And that was our second anniversary night.
I had 12 different kinds of meat in the same meal. And I don't know if probably couldn't remember them all to tell you. But, I mean, there was probably like 5 or 6 different kinds of beef.
And rabbit. And
Yeah, the weirdest thing I ate was rabbit. I had you eat some too. You didn't even know until after you ate it. And lamb, and duck, and all kinds. There's 12 kinds.
at the Indian restaurant for dessert, I had rose ice cream.
Oh yeah, that
Which was really weird. It tasted
like a rose
like
smells.
It would smell.
Yeah.
It was very weird. I was glad that I got to taste rose ice cream. But for our second anniversary the next day, the night we ate at the Brazilian barbecue with Johnny Perota, we went to the Statue of Liberty, which was really, really, really neat.
Oh yeah, we went there during the day.
Yep, and we climbed to the top.
The view wasn't good, but it was really interesting to see the inside
The interior structure.
of it.
And there was a little museum below it.
And you could buy all kinds of stupid
Took like
things.
2 hours to go through.
Yeah, because it takes a long time to walk up all the stairs, because
So many people.
everybody else wants to walk up all the stairs.
And the same ferry now takes you, after you're done at the Statue of Liberty, takes you to Ellis Island to see where our ancestors originally came into our country through the immigration center.
And that was really neat.
And there was a big
We
museum.
read a lot of stuff, but we got tired of reading.
But we were glad we went.
But we got tired of reading where they closed, so that was okay anyway. So.
And then the next day, Johnny Perota was supposed to show us around our last day in New York, but he got sick, probably from the meat. So
Yeah,
we were on,
you were too.
because I was too little. So
You
we
were
were on our
tired.
own. We started the day off, went on the bus, down the street. No, we
Oh, we
drove
took-
that day.
That day we drove the
drove.
car to
Yeah.
the ferry.
Drove the
parked
car
it
to the
there.
ferry, and took the ferry across, and walked to the Twin Towers, which we showed you.
Yeah, you saw a lot of that.
And
That cost $10 a person, but it was worth it.
but it was definitely worth it. And then we took the subway all by ourselves, which was not a big feat, but it was really fun. We went to Central Park.
Oh yeah, and we walked through Central Park, and we kissed in Central Park. Say we kissed in Central
We
Park.
did, we kissed.
And we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, but we didn't see anything there. And she didn't feel very good. And we bought a book on Egypt, and
You'll probably don't need to see that.
because that's another place we want to go. And we saw Fifth Avenue, because that's like right on Fifth Avenue and all the fancy little apartments and stuff. And then we went back and we saw Times Square, and you saw that.
And that's pretty much all you can say about
And
Times Square.
Yeah, and we got on the subway and we went back to our place and took off the next morning. Really?
Drove 23 hours.
Yeah, we took a wrong turn in
New Jersey.
New Jersey and like right in the morning and wasted about an hour.
But I was sleeping during that time, so I didn't really remember.
Oh yeah, you were sleeping. And we left stuff in the hotel, and hopefully they're gonna mail it to us sometime soon. My boots and bike helmets and bike bag and what else did we do?
That's it.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Butter. We left the
Well,
butter in the
Hopefully they
refrigerator.
don't send us that.
We bought any butter tonight, so we won't need any.
So that's probably about it.
Oh, we bought a ring in
Oh.
Plymouth.
This is my new ring. Yeah,
It was probably made by the normal people, but there is a Plymouth plantation which we didn't see, where people actually reenact.
Pretty good zoom, huh?
Pretty good zoom. Reenact the
Okay, let me turn it so that
the
the
first
decorations show better.
immigrants that came here in the 1620s.
So,
But this is a cool ring. Bought it in Plymouth.
oh, here's my other ring too.
This is a really cool ring. This is
Here's this other ring.
And this is a better ring.
There's all of our rings too. Okay, let's move back up. There's the couch.
Well, that's a sum up of our trip. I hope you enjoyed the ride as much as we did.